Well, welcome to Mr. Obsolete's Vintage Homesteading. Today we got another exciting vintage chainsaw BS video. What we have here is a 1977 McCulloch Pro Mac 700. It's a 70cc saw. It was a mid-size saw that was in production for 19 years. I'll get my notes here. The saw started out in 1965. This is what's called a Model 110. It was a 54cc saw. It was a real game changer in the chainsaw industry because it was lightweight, powerful, had a long lasting, and had a relatively high chain speed for the time. Very simple to maintain and whatnot. And so what they did is they took this saw, which had an 1 3/4 bore and an 1 3/8 stroke, and they changed the bore to 2 inches on this, so you got a lot more displacement and power with the same exact weight basically as that. This saw doesn't have any safety features on it, and it was made before they came out with the chain brakes. It does have a throttle set here, which is about the only thing. Some of the features of it: get your kill switch here, throttle set here, get your choke right here, that's your overriding oil pump, keep oil on the bar more if you need it. Air filters under here, fuel is right here, and on the very front here is your oil fill. This saw was given to me about 20 years ago and needed some repairs. There was no bar or chain on it. The oiler had quit working on it, so a buddy of mine picked it up and gave it to me, and I took it apart, put a new pump in it, and I found out the only thing that was wrong with it was a gasket, but I replaced everything, so it's all up to snuff. Put a new bar and chain on it, put a new gas cap, gasket, a new air filter, and a fuel tank seal on it, and a new spark plug. And so basically I have $110 in it. I've had it for 20 years, so it's like $5.50 a year. Since I'm thrifty, or layman's term cheap, this is what I do. So it doesn't have any anti-vibe, although it does have a rubber covered handle, but back here it's all metal. But this saw doesn't need a whole lot. It's a nice smooth running saw. But some people have problems, and so this is what you can use. These are called feller's gloves. These work great in the cold because if they get damp, they'll wick out the moisture. And that little bit of springiness there and stuff will take the vibration out. And so you see the bar is on upside down, and for you chainsaw guys know why. But when you sharpen the chain, you should take the bar off and flip it so they get even wear. And while it's off, you want to take a screwdriver or something like that and go down through the chain groove here and clean out any debris. Just a little teeny in there like that. And then it's important that these holes right here are open. That's where the bar oil comes in from the pump, and it gets into the bar and spreads out. So one of the features on this saw that's really nice has a decompression valve here, so when you push the den to start it, it takes less effort to start than it does a 35cc Mini Mac. So anyway, that pretty much gives you the BS on it here. It weighs 19 pounds with the bar and chain and everything ready to go. Anyway, we'll be back in a bit. We're going to be doing some cutting with it here, so we'll be back. Okay, well, we're going to pull another piece of this up so we can cut it. Take the chain, hook it up, but we want to put it on the bottom here, like that, and then pull the chain up along here. And what that'll do is, because the drawbar on the tractor here is low, If it were up on the top, it would try to tip the log out. This way I'll just pull it pretty much straight out. So get on the tractor and pull it up. Okay, we'll get our eyes and ears on and start cutting. Well, there we go. We'll be back in a little while with some more vintage chainsaw BS. Okay, well, a little compendium of chainsaw BS here to finish up the video. The lineage of these, like I say, go back to the 110, but the first 70cc saw with this chassis was a CP70 in 1969. 1970 they changed the model number to an LG6A. 71 they went to a 7-10A. That was up through 75, and then 76 to 77 was a Super Pro 70. And then like this model, the Pro Mac 700 was 77 to 1988 when they went out of production. So it had a 19-year run, which is pretty good. You don't see a lot of these saws around because they were used in the commercial market a lot. Firewood producers used them a lot, and they used them as a general purpose saw in the logging industry. So most of them are just used up, so it's just a nice find to have one. And notice when I was cutting, the chain's a little bit dull, so got to quit being a slacker and keep my maintenance up. So vintage is good, especially vintage chainsaws, and we'll see you on the next video.